What's up, guys? Oh, wait, wait. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. My first KSP video, just doing a moon launch. So let's see, moon launch, mun. That's what they call it, right? Mun on KSP. Mun launch. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. The rocket is fairly basic, nothing too crazy about it. So we got the first stage for whatever these engines are called. Let's see what they're called. S3 KS25 vector engines, really powerful engines, best. And then for boosters to just get us a little bit higher, and then second stage is just a engine. It's one of these engines, the skipper. Yeah. And yeah, so that should get us to orbit. And the thing is, this rocket has just so much delta V, and yeah, so this is the command module, and then the lander and all that stuff. So based on my experience with this, off camera obviously, the first stage is gonna take us, like, a little bit of the second stage is gonna take us to orbit. And then after that, this is gonna also be the transfer stage, and then probably the capture stage, if I'm not wrong. And then we're gonna have so much data you wouldn't even believe it. But yeah, so that's the idea. Let's get into it. Whoa. What's up with the color? Oh, there you go. That's a weird glitch. Okay, so boosters are gonna turn, the engines are gonna turn. We're gonna leave the engines at like 10%, or actually 25%, and then when we get to like 500 meters, I'm just gonna turn it down until we just turn it off completely and just let the boosters take us up to maybe 4 kilometers or something, and then we're gonna separate. All right. A little bit of engines. 1,000 meters. We're gonna turn this off. There you go. So now boosters are taking us up, and then engines are completely off. It's obviously gonna waste fuel. This is fast enough. We don't need to accelerate faster than that. Let's see what happens here. Again, this rocket gets so much delta V, you will not believe it. Like, it's just insane. Especially the command module and lander stage. We just got too much to spare. So yeah, at this point, something happened, it was not efficient enough. It was fine. I separated a bit late. And I kind of fucked up the approach. That's alright. whole point of this first stage is to get us to 40 kilometers. After that, we're good. I mean, anything more than that is just extra goodies for us, basically. Alright, separate. Separate. We're gonna let this coast a little bit at this stage. Like that until we make a decision on the altitude. Alright, 72. I'm gonna hit 75 and then we'll. Yeah, alright. That's cool. Alright. We're gonna hit 75 and then just circleize the orbit. We're gonna be good to go. Let's do that right about now because we're a bit slow. You don't want to fall down. Point a little bit down. And let's get rid of that nose cone. Wait. We should fall down a little bit, but we're fine. We're gonna be fine. So after we just get to the orbit, next stage is the transfer, the injection or lunar injection or Mun injection, basically. Which, as you see, we still get so much fuel in this stage. It's gonna be way more than you can imagine. Let's point up a little bit. Alright, I think we're good. 70s, 83, yeah, we're good. Okay. Let's open up the solar panels so we don't run out of electricity. Alright, so next step is just transfer. Alright, let's just do that maneuver. See. Just gotta kind of play with this to see where we hit it. I think there's an actual science for it, like the position of the moon and whatever. Let's go a bit further. This should be great. What's this? 6,000. Actually, we want to get further. That's a lot. Like 25 is fine. $29. Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful. So it's gonna be in 14 minutes. Let's just turn and get in the position. As you see, when you actually get into orbit, the values, the delta values change. For example, we got 1500 in this stage, which is just a lot. Again, this is gonna also help us capture when we get there. So basically, when we get there, we have a full command module stage, which is just awesome. So yeah, so the command module is just 900, so that's a lot by itself. And then obviously the lander, you got the lander first stage, second stage. The first stage is just gonna land on the lander side. The first stage is gonna land us and then get us back up a little bit, because we're not gonna use more than 100 for just leaving. We're not gonna use more than 150 max to land on the Mun, and then after that we're gonna use that stage to just get back to the orbit, and I'd say halfway through orbit, we're gonna drop the stage and use the final stage, which are like 4 really small engines. They call them ant engines, I believe. I'm not sure. And yeah, should be good to go. That's gonna put us back in orbit where we can catch up with the when we can link up with the command module and dock with it basically. Alright, so let's see. Let's just go a bit faster. Time. Let's warp the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slow down a little bit. There you go. You don't want to mess up the burn for sure, so let's go with this really slow. Alright. 23 seconds. Oh, I should have started way earlier. Shoot, my bad. It's alright. Now, the reason I want to start earlier is that, so this 37, like this burn time that they give you, is basically how long you're gonna burn by the time you get there. I'm not sure how to explain it, but basically it's not a bad idea to start like halfway through, maybe like 10 seconds earlier, based on how long it's gonna take, how long the burn time is gonna be. Like if it's a 30-second burn time, you might want to do like a 5 to 10 second earlier. You want to start 5 to 10 seconds earlier, so that's the idea there. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's see what we did. There you go. I see the end of it. I'm just kind of going really slow because it's hard to stay accurate on this thing. 400, 300, 200. There you go. 140. 97. 50. I want to get into like under 40. 43. What is this? What is that? Oh, let's actually get rid of this maneuver node. There you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we like that. Let's see the angle. Another thing is the angle. You just want to make sure you don't have a bad angle. And this is perfect, actually. This is really, really good. So I don't have to adjust my angle when I get there, which is nice. All right. So we are good, and as you guys, we got 600 in this stage. So we're gonna use this to capture on the moon as well. So really cool. Very weird. The rocket got just so much fuel in it that we'll be fine. Really. All right, let's go faster. And the new KSP, I'm not sure when did they implement this, but when you get there, like when you get lower, or when you get closer to an objective or an object or like a body, basically a planetary body, they slow you down, which is nice. So this way, it's less likely for you to mess it up. Alright, so I'm gonna focus on Mun, and I need to fix the angle. That's very important. And see, like we're in a good angle, but we need to be better. Okay, so I'm going to do that by, let's see, how do we do this? So I'm just gonna kind of do it. There you go. So we want to hit this line basically. So we're on a really nice angle here. Great. All right. Let's turn. Where's the Mun? There you go. That's the Mun. So we're turning. And I don't want to use too much of my RCS because I need it for final adjustments, I believe. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. But yeah, I just don't want to use too much. So there you go. So we're just fixing that angle. There you go. Beautiful. So that is fixed. So all we gotta do is just capture in this orbit, which is just that. 35. 38. Beautiful. So when we capture in this, we are in a great orbit, I guess. Let me just make sure because while we're at it, we could fix this stuff. Yeah, we're good, right? We could fix that a little bit. There you go. That's better. That's better. All right. 29, 44. That's not good though. So you want to have a nice orbit. That's the first step to this. We'll fix that when we capture on the moon. I don't want to make it too complicated currently. But yeah, um, yeah, we'll fix that when we actually capture. All right, so let's get on the angle, and then I'm just gonna time warp this to this point. So 281. We're gonna use delta V. So again, we're still gonna have a lot when we actually capture on the moon. So yeah, that's awesome. Let's get there a little bit faster. Oh, no, no, not that fast. Shit. Alright. Let's burn it as quick as possible. Not the best approach, but it's fine. I messed it up. Alright, so 25. So next thing I'm gonna do is, let's turn this off. There you go. The next thing I'm gonna do, so we still got 389, guys. A lot of delta V. Alright, so I'm gonna get to 225 and then, or actually I can just, what's the altitude here? 46 is too high for our lander because for the lander to be able to just land and then come back to the command module from the Mun, we need to at least, I mean, we can be in 50, it's fine, 50 kilometers, but ideally you want to be at 20, 25. That would be the perfect spot for it. So we don't have to use too much fuel, waste too much fuel basically. So yeah, so that's why I just want to make sure our apoapse is 25 as well. So we're gonna burn a little bit here. We have plenty of fuel, so we're gonna be fine. Let's come on. I messed it up again. It's fine. I'm just messing this up bad. Alright. 24. Let's not do that. I gotta wait for another turn. And then I need to fix this as well. Alright. Alright. So let's fix this. I messed it up pretty bad, guys. Alright, so next step, I just wanna fix the apoapse here. There you go. Okay. Let's get on that. So by the time we get there, we're gonna be good to go. And again, we got so much fuel that we're gonna be fine. Alright. 19 minutes. I don't want to pass it this time. So I gotta be really careful. There you go. Let's get rid of this for now. That looks great, right? That's straight. Not actually not completely. We still have some, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. There you go. Come on. Great. Perfect. So now let's just finish this final stage, which is just going here and making sure we have 25 at least on this side as well, because don't want to have a imperfect orbit, especially for our lander. Let's see. Let's go back to retrograde. Jesus. All right. So we are at what, 23? And we gotta fix this again. All right. So let's start. $25, $23. That's good. I'm not gonna push the luck here. Alright, great. So we're good. So now we are in the perfect orbit for landing and like perfect orbit in relation to Kerbin as well. So when we want to get out of here, we're just good to go. Alright, so let's see how much fuel we got. I mean, it wouldn't matter really because, well, I mean, the thing is, I could choose to keep this, to be honest. Um, yeah, we could choose to keep this stage to use it for the return. Although, yeah, this is gonna get us back probably, and then we're gonna end up with a useless stage. It's fine. I'll keep it. So let's get into the position um for the moon mission. So the position I usually put it in, I'm not sure what they call it, but this position, because this way, since the docking port is toward the planet, it's not toward the planet, it's much easier for the vessel to just dock with it, right? So this way it's going to be much easier to dock with, and yeah, so it's going to be all good. So yeah, so let's see. Let's transfer Jebediah to this, and then let's send them back. All right, so now we're just going to start the landing process. I'm going to land somewhere in middle. Now, the problem with this lander, let's actually decouple. There you go. So the problem with this lander is that it's really small. So meaning that it's a bit fragile and it needs to land on the perfect spot. Otherwise, it's gonna jump. It's going to like really move around and bounce around and stuff. So we gotta be really careful with this. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna do our best to not flip it. I've done this 3 times and flipped it twice. So hopefully we'll keep a clean record this time. Alright, so yeah. Get ready. And I'm not familiar with the geography of the Mun, so I'm not sure where to land. I mean, this seems like a flat place. Hopefully this is going to work. Alright, so let's turn on the engine. Great. So I'm going to have one of our panels up, because these are non-retractable panels, meaning that they will not close. So the thing is, I had a bad experience with this once I opened them both and then I crash landed. didn't die, but ruined these panels, so I couldn't recharge. So I had to just get back to the command module quick. So yeah, that was the situation. So that's why after that I just opened one of them when I was landing, so that way I didn't have to, you know, worry about it in case if we crash land. We're gonna have one working panel, hopefully. All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna land right about there. All right. Let's do this, boys and girls. Ready? I just want to make sure I pass this big crater, and then we'll do that. Looks beautiful though. Looks great, doesn't it? The whole, yeah, it's pretty nice. And I don't even have the effects installed, like the cloud effects and stuff like that. It's a really basically stock thing. I could leave the download link to this vessel for you guys. It's a stock vessel, so you don't have to have any parts installed or anything like that. So alright, let's do it. Oh, one more thing I forgot. There you go. Cheer. Alright. Alright. Now it shows that we're gonna land there. I don't want that. I need to land in a flat place. There you go. It's better. Alright, great. Let's see how it goes. Let's get closer. I don't want to waste our time here. Alrighty, not too close. So usually we want to end up with about 500. And yeah. So the upper stage got 500. So that technically can get us out of the planet and put us in a decent orbit. But again, we don't want to trust that. We don't want to get to that point where we have to. So that's why I always leave this the first stage of the lander with at least 50, or if not 50, like 30%, 40% of the fuel. We're going a little bit fast. Right. So let's take it easy. All right, we're good. We're good. And I want to leave this with 400 of delta V for sure. Alrighty. Come on. Alright, that's good. Now again, as I said, this is a very tricky lander because it is very fragile and small. And you need to land this thing really slow. Really, really slow. And on bad surfaces, or like if you know, if you're in a slope or something like that, it's not going to work. I think we're in a great place actually. Alright, we need to land with like 5 meters per second. Or actually 3 meters. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. See guys, that's how fragile this thing is. It is just so bumpy, basically. Beautiful. Alright, we landed. So let's open this thing up. And let's get out, plant a flag. And yes, I just messed this up because this capsule is reversed, in case if you haven't noticed it. Yeah, so let's plant a flag. Wow, this is icy. I know, cheesy, sorry. Beware curve balls were here. Alright, cool. And I didn't add a ladder or something. Whoa. See guys how light this whole thing is. We're flipping it by just sticking to this side. How crazy is that? Alright. Why did you disable that? I guess it disables when there's no one inside, I think. Anyway. So weird. Alright. So it's time to get back up. Let's see, where's our ride? So this is the trickiest part of this mission, which is just linking up with the command module. Now the thing is, it's a bit tricky. I'm not great at orbital docking, basically, and I don't have the exact numbers on Mun to see when do you need to actually get out, when do you need to uh, descend to or ascend to basically get to the lander on the right time get to the command module on the right time based on your based on the altitude you're going for. So yeah, it's a pretty tricky thing. Usually, obviously, there's a lot of math involved in real life. All right, so yeah, there's that. All right, so we're going. There you go. So the first stage is gonna run out of fuel in about a minute. Now we don't want to go too low, so let's get up there a little bit. There you go. First stage out. Second stage. There you go. So this is where we need to really set up our uh-oh, that way. I see I'm just kind of eyeballing it and just going for it. There you go. Let's go for it, see how close we get. Alright. See if we can do a really quick maneuver. Come on, come on. Not bad. Yeah. Alright, so when we get there, again, I'm just doing it really step by step and terribly, basically, because um, there's a much better way to do this, to be honest. Let's see, 26 kilometers. It's the, I think it's that. There you go. 26. Whoa, that's a good one. Where's that? Where's that? All right. So we're doing fine. So 11 meters, 11 kilometers, sorry, and 9. We're gonna just eyeball this and get as close as possible. 7, 6, 6.5. It's not bad. So when it gets close, when it gets to a point where you really can't get it any closer, this is where you gotta kind of play with it and see what's causing that, basically. There you go. So I know that causes that, so I'm just gonna get closer here to 1.4948, and then we're gonna play with this part. I'm sorry, again, I'm not good at explaining this because there's so many things the name of it I just don't know. So definitely not the best place to learn this. Okay, let's burn prorate. Not the best burn. That's not helping. Okay, let's see. That's not helping either. Alright. It's gonna burn through target. That's the best way. Now let's get close and then we'll just do it from there. Because you gotta wait until you get closer to the target. What's the closest approach? 3.6. Yeah, actually that is we're not right now in closest approach. In that case we just want to burn toward it. Like that. There you go. Yeah. .4, there you go, we're getting there. 2.1. Get under 1 kilometer, we're gonna just do the rest by kind of hand. Let's see how far we can push this. 0.4, 3, 0.3, 4 is fine. Alright. And there you go. We got ourselves a... What is that? We got ourselves a good approach. Yeah. It's a great approach. Alright. So let's see. Let's just get to that thing. And yeah, so you want to point opposite of target basically and wait until we get closer. There you go. So 900 meters, 400 is closest, so I'm just gonna start burning at like 700. 700. There you go. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kill the entire velocity, like relative velocity, that's what they call it, and we'll wait until we kind of stabilize basically. Yeah, so you want to get this to kind of 0, not completely, but kind of 0 because we're not there yet. There you go. So there you go. That's good enough. So as you see, we're just kind of coasting with the vessel over there. So next, we're just gonna kind of burn toward it so we get closer. So ideally, you want to put these holes like this, these two marks on each other, and there you go. That's how you do it. So now we're just gonna get closer. There you go. So 0.2, as you see. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of eyeball this and kind of let it go there by itself. All right, so we're unfortunately gonna get the night side. I don't like it, but it'll be fine. Because we're not even paying attention to really to the cycles that much, the day and night. Oh, actually, yeah, let's just point them again in the right direction. There you go. So we should basically zero it out, hit it. Yeah, there you go. So we're zero, as you see. So yeah, so let's get ready. That when we get close, we can just kill our relative velocity completely, and we are good to go. And we're like 3.5, so we're basically just a puff away from stabilizing. And we're coming from under it, obviously. So let's just speed it up a little bit. I don't want to wait. All right. There you go. We're getting close, too close. There you go. There you go. So yeah, we're getting there. All right. So next step. I mean, I need to just get to kind of a good point, and then we're just gonna zero it out completely. There you go. I'm just gonna zero it out right now. Great. 0.1. Alright, it's impossible to zero it out, but yeah, we're good. Alright, so next, we're just gonna put us in the correct position and start the docking mode. And dock. There you go. So we're just gonna set this as target. That's the docking port of the command module. And alright. Now the thing is, one thing you want to do, you want to always do one move at a time. Alright, that's very important, because otherwise it's just gonna mess up the whole thing. Like, I used to just do like a lot of moves at the same time, but yeah. So I'm just gonna approach first, get on the same level, and then we're just gonna fix the left and right of it. Alright. There you go. You're good. Let's go down a little bit over there. Yeah, this is a pretty easy part, really. I wish we had some lights there. That would help a lot. Right? Maybe I should add that. Alright, let's move forward a little bit. There you go. Doing fine. Fine, fine. Let's get closer, faster. We're not docking to a space station, so let's not get too fancy, shall we? Alright. Let's slow down a little bit on the final approach. There you go. The sun's completely gone. Beautiful. All right, we're docked. How cool is that? All right, so let's get to the day side. I do not enjoy the night side. Dark side of the moon or Mun. There you go. All right. So the next step is quite simple. What we want to do is we need to let's transfer the crew from here to the command module, and we need to just basically separate everything. Well, not everything, but yeah. So let's separate, undock the thing, back up a little bit. Oh, no, not that. Yeah, back up a little bit. There you go. So that is gone. It's gonna float forever in the orbit, just fine. Um, I should have transferred them. Let's see. Let's actually dock again. Does it worth it? Really? I don't know. In case you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, let's see if we can dock. If we don't dock, I'm not gonna try. No, no, freak it. It's alright. It's alright. We don't need it. Alright, I bumped it a little bit. Alright, so I was just gonna transfer the fuel and whatever we have from here to this stage, but it doesn't matter because we got so much fuel here, so who cares? Alright, so we're good. We're good. Let's unset this. So we're not gonna unset. There you go. Alright, so let's plot the course for Earth, or not, sorry, Earth. No, not Earth. Yeah, for Kerbin. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. So we are gonna land on the day side, kind of. That would be a great um thing, because for some reason, whenever it lands, whenever I just go for try to get out of the moon's sphere of influence, I end up on the day night side, which is just so annoying. There you go, 141. 160. Damn, this would be a awesome transfer orbit or something like that. Not that. But the way I see it, we're gonna come in really hot. Yeah, we're definitely gonna come in very hot. Alright, it's fine. Alright, we got 27 minutes to burn. So let's get comfy. Let's control from here. Alright, so 26 minutes. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Earth is in the Earth. I keep saying Earth. The Kerbin is in the horizon. So let's just. That's a 12-second. Not a biggie. Let's push it, punch it, let's go. Beautiful. Let's see. Ooh, we're gonna hit it. Alright, that's fine. Actually, we can just get rid of this stage. There you go. That stage is going to actually hit the carbon. And we got so much fuel in the last one. It's just unreal. We could do something with it for sure. Are we going back or where are we going? That's the part I need to figure out. Okay. So I guess we're... Oh yeah, we're going toward carbon. Yeah, so we're good. Let's start our engine first of all. And let's... What we're gonna do is I need to adjust so we don't actually plow to the surface of it because we're gonna be going really hot. So I don't want us to burn. I mean, I don't think we would burn with the shields we got, but we want to go soft. I think 35 kilometers should do it. Oh, that's too high. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. So that's gonna get us down, but down enough that we land on the far side. On the... I mean, we could use our engines because we got because we got so much delta V. We got 1300, so we could just basically, yeah. Actually, let's do that. Let's go down to 60. I'm using the reaction engines or RCS to... There you go. 60 is fine. Great. Okay. So let's go down to 60 and basically that should air brake us a little bit. Should help us enough. Or actually, let's go down to 50. Yeah. 60 is just way too high, actually. 50 should do it. Yeah, because we got so much delta V to burn here, so 50 should be enough. I just hope it doesn't burn the engines. I don't think it will. We'll see, I guess. Alright, let's watch this slow it down. I'm so scared of this whole thing because when it gets here, it just gets so much faster and basically could kill you, I think, if it doesn't slow you down. I think it does slow you down, but it's going to be too late because I need to retract my solar panels before we actually enter the atmosphere. So I don't want to risk it. Oh, there you go. Okay, we're still going down. And we're going hot. Look at that. We're going really, like, look at the descent, like, profile. It's crazy. Alright, so let's retract these solar panels. And let's see. We're falling down at a craziest speed. Take a look. 104, 3. Like we're going down in kilometers per second, almost. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. $94. Alright. We should start hitting the atmosphere anytime soon. We're gonna hit 55, so this is gonna bleed off this crazy orbit here. And yeah. I don't think it's gonna bleed off completely. That's why I just wanna. And the KSC center is at night. It's fine. We'll just land somewhere around here if we can, or maybe here. Who knows? Alrighty, yeah, we're burning up. So the goal here is to not let it get too hot. So the moment I see it's getting like even a little bit, I'm just gonna punch the engines because I don't want us to burn. And also, if you lose the engines, we're basically screwed because it's gonna take a long time for us to go down. And we're heating up. Yeah, let's up a little bit. If we got so much jet fuel, we're gonna be fine. Alright. That should be good. That should be manageable. One thing I'm scared is if we don't go back to space, where we are, never mind. Because I thought if you don't go back to space, I need to separate this half engine part from the capsule, and that's going to be a tricky one if you're in an atmosphere because I need to turn the vehicle around so it doesn't hit us or bump us. So yeah, that would be tricky if you wouldn't go back to space. We are going back to space, so we are fine. I'm still gonna burn it up. Like, let's get to 60, and I'm still gonna start. I'm still gonna start the engines again because we're gonna go too high if we don't slow this down. Yeah. We can land here too as well. Yeah, like we're gonna land somewhere around here, I guess. Great. So we're running out of this fuel, and let's finish it up. Let's use all of it. And just use it to go. I'm gonna separate it, so basically I'm just gonna go sideways like this and decouple. Beautiful. Now let's go back to the position again. And we are good. And let it just coast down. I don't even think we're gonna hit the atmosphere pretty hard because we burnt a lot of delta V. And we might actually land. Yeah, we're gonna land on the land first time. I usually drop in the water. There you go. Just gonna turn off the SAS. Let the air take us basically. Go, relax. Alright. Great. That's it. The mission is done. So going up a parachute right about 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers. We're coming fast. Are we? Yeah, it just felt so fast, but yeah, I guess that was the reason was because Almost time warping. Great. That's it. Moon mission completed. Whoa, what was that? That was the other part. I think it landed about a couple of kilometers away. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'm going to try to post more videos. I'm kind of starting my channel here, so I'd really appreciate any support. Okay, it's just a fun thing they do on the side. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next one.